You said, write a speech on this title, the greatest love story ever told, before you give 6 keynotes of this speech. Must Breen Brown style, but first title about some start, good morning or afternoon, without heading with few question 2/2. Absolutely. Here is the full speech for the greatest love story ever told, written in the warm, vulnerable, and courageous tone inspired by Breen Brown. Good morning. Let me ask you something. Have you ever felt like love was this mysterious thing that everyone else seemed to figure out, but you somehow missed the manual? Have you ever wondered if real love, not just chemistry or compatibility, but deep, soul-anchoring love, even exists? And if it does, have you ever asked, am I worthy of it? I want to tell you a story today. It's not a fairy tale. It doesn't start with a kiss or end with a wedding. It's messy, brave, tender, and wildly, beautifully human. This is the greatest love story ever told. And it starts not with 2 people, but with one person willing to stop pretending. One. Real love begins where pretending ends. So many of us have been taught that love is something we earn. Be agreeable, be attractive, be strong, be needed, be perfect. And we get so good at performing love that we forget how to receive it. But love, real, honest, lasting love, can't find you if you're hidden behind a mask. The greatest love story begins the moment we whisper, this is me, not perfect, not polished, just honest, because you can't feel truly loved if you're not truly known. Love is a practice, not a feeling. We are so conditioned to chase the feeling, the high, the romance, the fireworks. But love isn't a one-time choice. It's a daily practice. It's in the way we listen without fixing. It's in the text that says, I'm here, even when it's awkward. It's in the fight where no one wins, but everyone gets heard. Love is not a mood, it's a muscle, and we build it by showing up, especially when it's hard. There is no intimacy without vulnerability. We all want closeness, but we armor up against the very thing that makes it possible. We say, I'll open up when it feels safe. But the truth is, opening up is what makes it safe. Love asks us to go first. To say, I'm scared. To say, I need help. To say, that hurt me. It is terrifying, and it is sacred. Vulnerability is not weakness. It is the birthplace of love. The greatest love stories include forgiveness, especially of ourselves. We all carry stories, mistakes, regrets, things we wish we'd said, or hadn't. But if we're waiting to be perfect before we allow ourselves to be loved, we'll be waiting forever. The truth is, love doesn't require perfection. It requires presence. And to show up, fully present, we must let go of shame and offer ourselves the same compassion we offer the people we love most. Forgiveness isn't forgetting, it's remembering, without the weight of shame. Boundaries are the birthplace of respect. It's not loving to say yes when your heart is screaming no. It's not loving to lose yourself to keep someone else comfortable. Real love honors limits, it honors rest, it honors choice. When we set boundaries, we're not pushing people away. We're building the foundation where trust and freedom can grow together. Because love without boundaries, that's not intimacy, that's survival. The hero of this love story is you. We spend so much time looking for someone else to complete the story. But the most powerful love is the one we cultivate inside ourselves. The love that says, you are already enough. You don't need to earn rest. You are not broken. You are becoming. When we stop outsourcing our worth, we stop settling for love that doesn't see us. And we begin to love others not out of fear, but from wholeness. So if you're sitting here thinking, maybe it's too late for me, maybe I've missed my chance, maybe I'm just too much, or not enough, let me tell you something. You are already living inside the greatest love story ever told. You just have to stop skipping the first chapter, the one that begins with you. Thank you. Here's a shorter version of the greatest love story ever told. Something you might use for a 3-5 minute speech, or as a powerful keynote moment. Let me ask you something. Have you ever wondered what it would feel like to be fully known and still fully loved? Not for who you're trying to be, but for who you already are. That's the kind of love we're talking about today. Not the kind that shows up in movies or Instagram captions. The kind that shows up when it's hard. The kind that heals. The kind that starts with you. This is the greatest love story ever told, and it begins not between two people, but with one person who is finally willing to stop pretending. Real love begins where pretending ends. You can't be truly loved if you're not truly seen. And you can't be truly seen if you're performing. So the first step, take off the mask. Let them see the real you. Love isn't just a feeling. It's a practice. It's showing up when it's awkward, staying when it's messy. It's not always pretty, but it's always worth it. And here's the truth most people don't tell you. There is no intimacy without vulnerability. You don't get closeness with your armor on. You have to go first. You have to say, this is me, scared and unsure, but still here. Forgiveness is part of the story too, especially forgiving yourself. Because love can't grow where shame lives, and boundaries, they're not walls, they're doors. They say, here's how to love me well. That's not selfish, that's honest, and the hero of this love story. It's not some prince or soulmate. It's you. When you start loving yourself, really loving yourself, you stop settling, you stop chasing, and you start becoming. So maybe the greatest love story ever told isn't about finding someone else. Maybe it's about finally coming home to yourself. Here's a closing reflection blessing you can use at the end of the speech. A gentle, heartfelt sen, doff in the spirit of Brené Brown's tone. So before we leave today, let me offer this blessing for you and the story you're still writing. May you have the courage to lay down your armor and let someone see the parts of you you've kept hidden. May you remember that you don't have to earn love. You were born worthy of it. May you practice grace, especially on the days you feel unlovable. And may you remember, those are the days you need love most. May your boundaries be strong, not to push people away, but to honor the sacred ground of who you are. And above all, may you fall in love, not just with a person, but with your own voice, your own story, and your own becoming. Because the greatest love story ever told, it starts with you, and it's still being written, absolutely. Here is a slide, deck, friendly version of the speech, the greatest love story ever told. Formatted in brief, impactful slide points for a keynote, TED-style talk or presentation. Each section can serve as one slide or one key moment during your delivery. The greatest love story ever told, and it starts with you. Let me ask you something. What if love isn't something you find? What if it's something you remember? What if the first step is taking off the mask? Real love begins where pretending ends. You can't be truly loved if you're not truly seen. Stop performing. Start showing up. Love is not a feeling. It's a practice. It's not the butterflies. It's texting back, listening close, staying present. Love is courage on repeat. No vulnerability equals no intimacy. Armor protects, but it also isolates. Go first. Speak honestly. Let yourself be known. Forgiveness is the foundation, especially of yourself. Shame cannot coexist with love. You don't have to be perfect to be worthy. Boundaries are not walls. They are invitations. They teach others how to love us well, and they protect what is sacred. The hero of this love story is you. You don't need to be chosen to be worthy. Start with self, love, and watch everything else transform. Closing reflection. Maybe the greatest love story ever told is the one where you finally came home to yourself. Final slide, optional blessing, may you. Let go of who you think you need to be brave enough to be fully seen love from a place of wholeness, not fear, and write a story that begins and ends in truth. Great. Here's a ready to Use slide concept for a keynote presentation of the greatest love story ever told. Custom. Crafted to suit a women's empowerment event such as a retreat, conference, or personal growth seminar. It combines strong messaging with vulnerability, ideal for a room full of women seeking real connection, healing, or purpose. Keynote presentation, Women's Empowerment Edition title, The Greatest Love Story Ever Told theme, Coming Home to Yourself. Tone, brave, tender, grounded, just like Breen. The greatest love story ever told, and she didn't have to be rescued. She had to remember who she was. Opening questions, what if the love of your life? Is your own soul coming alive? What if the most powerful relationship you'll ever have is the one with yourself? And what if love begins not when someone chooses you, but when you choose you? Real love begins where pretending ends. Stop shrinking, stop performing, start being seen, because the right people can't love you if you're busy being someone else. Love is a practice, not a performance. You don't have to be perfect to be present. You just have to show up every messy, honest, sacred day. No intimacy without vulnerability. Take the risk, say the hard thing. Love requires courage more than compatibility. Forgiveness makes space for love. And it starts with you. Let go of what you thought you had to be. Grace is the soil where self-worth grows. Boundaries are the highest form of self-respect. Saying no isn't rejection. It's a sacred yes to your soul. The hero of this story is you. You are not waiting to be chosen. You are becoming the woman you were always meant to be. The greatest love story ever told isn't about finding the one. It's about remembering you already are. Lay down the armor you no longer need. Find softness where there was once shame. Speak truth in the face of fear. And love yourself so fiercely that it teaches others how to love you too.